When I first went to the doctors, which was the beginning of Lez's course where he asked me to go, the doctor specifically said to me that once people go on blood pressure tablets, they never come off them, they're on them for life. He specifically said that. So in my mind, I never really expected for him to say, no, you don't need to take them anymore.
My name's Lez Wright and I am a personal development trainer. My work is very varied, but my approach is always simple. I help get the results my clients are looking for.
The good thing is, man, it's really, really easy, yours is, you know. You're very hard. Your body's very hard.
I specialise in health, specifically food, thought and fitness. I help resolve many health issues that may sound unrealistic to those who do not know my work, but let me reassure you, I take my work very seriously. Today, Andrew starts his personal development training for the first time. My job is to help get his high blood pressure that he has had for over 8 years down to healthier levels. My job is to re-educate Andrew on what and how he consumes his foods, enhance his psychological thinking and perceptions, and give great reasons why adopting my personal development program will produce more results than he could ever imagine possible.
The speed process of getting this thing going. Does it make any sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Major problem I had with blood pressure. I thought I understood it. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand that it could have killed me at any minute. But to the point, I couldn't understand it. It's mostly what I ate that blocked my arteries up that could have killed me. I'm Andrew Bromwich. I'm from Stoke-on-Trent in the Midlands. I'm a web developer specialising in WordPress applications. I had high blood pressure probably about 7 or 8 years now. I realised about 8 years ago I got a few problems. I know I've got a few weight issues and I was feeling a bit of dizziness and I wasn't quite feeling well. Went to see the GP. He told me you've got high blood pressure. So they prescribed me beta blockers. And I took these for a short while, but after about 3 months, I was finding I was sleeping all the time, I was lethargic, couldn't sleep. And I really felt like my life was in a haze, you know. So I went back to the doctors and said to him, I got this problem, you know, and so he changed the medication to what became the new ACE, which is Rampril. So they put me on 10 milligrams of Rampril, but that didn't actually do the job, so they actually added to it amlodipine, 5 milligrams of amlodipine. Still after another month or two, well, it was about nearly 2 months, went back for a recheck and they told me it was still not quite doing the job, and they added another 5 mil of doxycycline. These drugs combined were a lot better than the beta blockers, but nevertheless, you know, these still had a kind of sleepy effect on me mildly, mainly in the mornings I felt sleepy. Prior to the training, the type of things that I would eat would be what most people consider normal things. The famous freezer shop I would buy a lot of stuff from because it was easier. Didn't realise the damage it was doing to my body, didn't realise it was the cause of not only my body stress, but also the blood pressure and the feeling and the lethargic feeling that, you know, I had in my body every time I woke up every morning. Didn't realise that was the food. I wasn't aware of this type of training at all. I got intrigued with what he was doing and decided to take the course on. My first week of training with Les was, to say the least, it felt quite hard. I wasn't quite sure whether I could actually do the training at all because of the way I felt and weight, and I was of course concerned about my blood pressure. I was going to blow a fuse or something crazy, you know. When I started with the training course was 22 stone and 6 pounds.
5 weeks in?
5 weeks in, we're at 19 stone, 12 pounds. I did go and see the GP and he agreed that the blood pressure had dropped and that I was okay to slowly take the other two medications off. So that's what I did. We did it over a 4-week period. So now I'm currently on 10 ml of Rampril. When I started Lez's training program, the blood pressure was hovering around the 152, 102 mark, 103 mark, which is pretty high really. My blood pressure now is averaging out around about 121, 83, 84, somewhere in that region. So not far off normal blood pressure for my age. I would say to anybody, when you're thinking about taking on Lez's training, first of all, do the research that he asks you to do. Go with an open mind. He's going to make you work hard. He's going to tell you some things about nutrition you're not going to want to hear. But I can tell you now, everything that he said, I've read, tested, even challenged, and everything that I've applied, that he's told me to apply, has worked. Lez will show you, he will teach you how to buy food, how to eat properly. That's one half of the picture. The other half of the picture is he will also show you what your capabilities of you as an individual, both mentally and physically, what your mental capabilities and what your physical capabilities are. And when you combine all these things together, they create one powerful thing, and that's a much better you. That's how I feel. Lez's training makes a whole difference. If you listen to what he's going to say, don't worry about that blood pressure. If you've got high blood pressure right now, I totally recommend his course. Totally recommend it, because he'll show you over a short period of time how we can get rid of that. And I'm proof of that. And that was the difference between life or death for me. So really, as dramatic as it sounds, Lez has saved my life. Three weeks later, on the Lez Wright training program, I'm half a stone lighter. And I decided it was time to go back to the doctor to check my results, because my blood pressure was lowering to around about the 120, 125 and around about the 80, 85. So I thought it was time to go back to the GP to get his opinion. So decided to go back to the doctor to get his opinion, and just see how I was progressing, and ask him about medication, whether it was still right or whether we need to adjust it. So I made the appointment yesterday, went down in the morning and showed him the results from Lez's program, explained to him what I'd been doing, what I'd been eating, how I'd been doing things, and he was really surprised. He said that he doesn't very often get a 50-year-old guy come in who was overweight, reduce your blood pressure in a very short period of time. So he checked through all the figures which I'd been keeping on my phone, and the look of surprise on his face, was amazing. He said that I need to continue to monitor my blood pressure all the time, but I was astounded, absolutely astounded, when he said to me, "Luke, we need to take you off that medication. We need to take you off the Rampril, that's it now." He said, "But you need to continue to monitor your blood pressure, and you need to make sure you keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is fantastic, because we very rarely see this as a GP, to somebody come in and change the blood pressure, and you could see that the weight and the way I was, just my outlook completely was different, which I've never had a GP talk to me that way. So the final conclusion was really, that's it, you're off the medication. And I just sat there with my mouth open. Oh right, because I was expecting him to reduce it. And he said, no, I don't see any reason for you to keep taking it now, but you do need to keep monitoring your blood pressure for the future, and just you need to keep doing what you're doing. Came out of the surgery, and it hadn't really sunk in what the doctor had actually said to me. and the difference between when I first went, the beginning of Lez's course, he asked me to go see the GP, make sure everything was fine, tell him what I was about to do. And but I walked out the surgery doors yesterday and I thought, wow, I don't have to take these tablets anymore after 8 or 9 years. And the doctor specifically said to me when I very first started, when I said to him, look, one of the things that I want to try and do is reduce my blood pressure. Naturally, he specifically said to me, people who go on blood pressure tablets very rarely, if ever, come off them. Once you're on them for life. And I'm standing outside the doctor's surgery feeling like I've done the impossible, which is like, I don't have to take these tablets anymore. Don't have to. As long as I maintain and keep doing what I'm doing, keep doing what Les has taught me, I don't have to take them anymore. You know, how amazing is that? If you got blood pressure, I really would suggest you contact Les and just talk to him and see if you can help you out.